Hello everyone, my name is Buki Akimbile and you are welcome into another tutorial, and in today's tutorial we'll be making a beautiful gypsy gown with this African print. The waist measurement we are working with in this tutorial is 40 inches and we'll be multiplying each layer by 1.5 inches. 40 multiplied by 1.5 inches is going to give us 60 inches. Then we add 2 inches sewing allowance to it, that is 62 inches. Then for the second layer, it's going to be 62 multiplied by 1.5 inch. That is going to give us 93 inches. And for the third layer, it's going to be 93 inches multiplied by 1.5 inch. And that will give us 139 inches. That is for our horizontal measurement. Now for the vertical measurement, which is the skirt length, the total length we are working with is 45 inches. And I divided it into 20, 15, and 10 inches. Then considering the 1 inch sewing allowance for each. So I cut 11, 16 and 21.5 inches. And I've already cut out the upper part of our gown. It is the normal basic bodice block. So I have a tutorial on how to cut half scale basic bodice on this channel. So I'll be attaching the link in the description box below. Then for the back, we are having a deep V neckline. So let me open it for you to see. You can see. So I've already hidden the sewing allowance. So this is the back. So the next thing we do is to bring in the facing that I'll be using to turn both the front and the back neckline. So this is our facing. The fabric is not enough, so I use a plain fabric to cut out the facing. But if you have enough fabric, you can use your normal fabric for the facing. But because I don't have much fabric, that is why I'm using the black fabric. So I'll be bringing in all the materials we'll be working with. So this is the back, the front, then the lower part of our gown. So the 3 layers. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to set aside the upper part so that we can work on the lower part. So this is the first layer. What we are going to do now is to open it up. Then we run a gather stitch at the top. Then we gather the upper part to be equal to our waist measurement. So let me set it aside. Then for the second layer, we will gather the upper part of the second layer to be equal to the lower part of the first layer. And for the third layer, we will gather the upper part of the third layer to be equal to the second layer. So I'll go ahead and do that now, then I'll be showing us. So I've gathered the 3 layers, both the first, the second, and the third layer. So let me bring out the first layer to explain better to us. So this is the first layer. I've already gathered it to be 40 inches. So for the lower part of our first layer, then I gather the second layer to be equal to what we have on the lower part so that they will match. Now for the third layer, I gather the upper part of the third layer to be equal to what we have on the lower part of the second layer. So that is how we're going to match the 3 together. So now I'll be setting aside the first layer so that we can join both the second and the third layer together. But before we proceed, what I need to do for easy matching is to notch the both angle. So our fabric is already in 4-fold. So I'm adjusting it properly so that I can notch that angle. So once I'm done notching that part, then I'll go back to the other side. I will have the 2 edges. Then I will notch it as well. Then I'll repeat the same thing on the lower part of the second layer. I hope you are getting it. So I will notch the first side. Then go to the other side as well. Then I'll notch it. So this is for us to be able to match the 2 layers conveniently. So I will open up the 2 parts. You can see the way I'm matching it. So I'll be following the notches on the lower part of the second layer and the upper part of the third layer. So once I'm done matching, I will do that all around. Then I will stitch down by 1/2 inch all through. So I'm done joining both the second and the third layer together, you can see. So this is the first angle, they match. And also the fabric pattern are facing the same direction. You should also note this. Then when we go to the other side as well, you can see they match equally on both sides. So the next thing we do now is to bring in the first layer so that we can attach it to the remaining 2. I've already notched the upper part of the third layer and I put clip on it so that it will be convenient for us to match the 2. And I've also notched the lower part of the first layer, so I'll be matching them together now. So following the notches and the clip that I attached on the second layer, so it will be convenient for me to match them. So I'll just remove the clip and join the 2 together. So I'll repeat the same thing on the others too, so I'll clip them in place. So I'm done clipping them together. So I'll go ahead and stitch all around now. So I'm done joining the first layer to the remaining 2 layers. You can see they are in position. So I'll set this aside so I can bring in the upper part of our gown. So we'll be turning our neckline with the facing now. So this is the front facing. and the two back facing. So what we are going to do now is to open it up and match it to the neckline. So I'm done pinning the facing on both the front and the back. So I'll be sewing it down. So once I'm done turning, I'll give it a good press. So I'm done turning the neckline with facing both for the front and the back. So the next thing we are going to do now is to join the fabric on the shoulder. So I'm turning it around to the right side. So we'll be placing the fabric right side facing each other. You can see the way I'm matching it, ensuring that they align. So I'll repeat the same thing on the other shoulder. So I'll pick the back facing, then I will use it to turn the neckline. You will see the way I'm folding it over now, so that we can have a neat finishing at the shoulder area. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Then I will sew in the 1-inch sewing allowance that we added on the side. So once I'm done doing that, I'll be showing us. So I'm done joining the fabric on the shoulder and the sides. So the next thing we'll be doing now is to turn our fabric to the right side. Then I'll be bringing the lower part of our gown so that we can match the two. So I'll be turning the lower part also to the right side. And I will flip over the upper part, then align it properly. So I'll be matching them on the edges. Don't forget the waist we are working with is 40 inches. And we are having 40 inches on both ends. So I'll be matching them together, adjusting the lower part in place. So once I'm done pinning, I'll be stitching down by 1/2 inch. And don't forget, you will open up the side seam so that it can lay flat. So I'll go ahead and stitch down now. So I'm done joining the upper part to the lower part, and you can see the way they are. And I've given it a good press. So they both match on both ends. And also note, the waistline must match where both the upper and the lower parts meet. You can see. So ensure that they match on both sides. So that is how your zipper is going to sit in position. So the next thing we do now is to go ahead and attach the zipper. So I've attached the zipper to our gown. You can see the waistline, they match and they are in place. So the next thing we do now is to go ahead and cut the sleeve. So we'll be using the normal basic sleeve, but I just want to use slash and spread method to give it an effect. So that is what we'll be doing. So I've already slashed it out. So then I'll be aligning it to the fabric so that we can cut it out. So once I'm done pinning in position, I'll be using my chalk to mark it out. So from that edge now, I'll mark it to the end. But since we are not having too much fabric at the top, so I decide to exhaust the entire fabric. So that is where I'm shaping it in position. So once I'm done marking, then I'll be tracing it out, or you can just go ahead and cut it directly, whichever that is convenient for you. So I'll start cutting now. And kindly note, initially I didn't want to cut off the lower part of the sleeve, but it doesn't give me the effect that I wanted. So that lower part that is about 5 inches, so I cut it off. So I now use it as a band so that the sleeve can give me an effect. So that was what I did initially, eventually. So I just thought to inform you so that you don't say, it doesn't look the same way. So I'm notching the point where the armhole starts. So that is the armhole size. So then at the center front as well, I'll be notching it so that we'll be able to gather it downward. So wherever you want it to stop. But also note, on the armhole area, we'll go in by 4 inches so that by the time we gather the upper part of the sleeve, we'll be having the exact armhole shape. So I'll be notching the center front of our sleeve now. Then I'll be separating the pattern from the fabric so that we can proceed. So we have both the right and the left sleeve. So I'll go ahead and run the gathers. And don't forget that you'll be going down by 4 inches so that the upper part will be able to go into the armhole, and ensure you have your exact armhole round. So once I'm done gathering it, I will be attaching the sleeve to the gown. So I've already attached the sleeve to our gown, and I've also stitched it down at the lower parts. So I've sewn in the raw edges of the lower part, and our gown is ready. So this is the back, and you can see the zipper as it's laying in position. So that is how yours should also be when you are done sewing it. So this is our beautiful gypsy gown. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, kindly give us a giant thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in our next video.